we've got this. We've got our guy, right? Who's the guy that if you give him money, you not only will get legislation, you'll get your name in the legislation. And Stephen, if you or your producers are listening to the show, you should be doing this tonight or tomorrow night. I mean, this is low-hanging fruit. Paul Ryan, the guy who says, let's get rid of Medicare. Let's replace it with vouchers so that 85-year-olds, with heart disease and cancer have a $12,000 voucher to buy health insurance. It actually passed the House of Representatives. It's not going to become law, don't worry, because there's still rational adults in the Senate. In other words, the Democrats still control the Senate. But virtually every Republican in the House of Representatives, none of the Democrats, all the Republicans in the House of Representatives who control the House of Representatives voted to do away with Medicare and replace it with this voucher system. Rick Perry is now coming out and saying, we got to get rid of Social Security and Medicare. We need an adult conversation in America about how to do that. Right. We need an adult conversation in America about how to call out these billionaires and their shills who are trying to turn the United States of America into Somalia. But anyhow, Paul Ryan's our guy. Paul Ryan, S.C. Johnson and Son, one of his largest campaign donors, gave him $41,000, and he wrote 2 bills, not just one, 2 bills. And one of them, it specifically says, unique air freshener products assembled by the S.C. Johnson Company in the United States. Language from the bill should be exempt from certain taxes. Then the National Wholesalers Association, I think they dropped the word beer out of their name because it sounds better not to say beer, I guess. Anyhow, the National Wholesalers Association, his second biggest contributor, gave him $72,000, and he proposed a law to give a tax break to, guess who? Beer wholesalers. And then when you think it can't get any weirder than that, the National Fraternity and Sorority Political Action Committee gave him $24,500. Now, in the world of Washington, D.C., that's not that much money. But they gave Congressman Paul Ryan, $24,500. And what did he do? He proposed legislation to create tax loopholes for fraternities and sororities. Isn't that sweet? So, instead of doing, fundraisers for the Salem Children's Village, well, maybe not instead of, because they still need your help, salemchildrensvillage.org, or for Free Speech TV, freespeech.org. Some of the organizations that we have done fundraisers for here on the program. Maybe we should try to raise, if the National Fraternity and Sorority PAC was able to get Paul Ryan write a tax cut bill for them and introduce it into the House of Representatives for $24,500. Maybe if we went to $25,000, get 25,000 people to kick in $1 apiece, and we just go to Congressman Ryan and say, hey, we know you're for sale, and now we know your price. We'll match it. All you have to do is introduce legislation that says that corporations aren't people and speech isn't, money isn't speech. Now, he might come back to us. In fact, my guess is he'd come back to us and say, you want that for $24,000? I'm sorry. That's going to cost you at least $100,000. I mean, keep in mind, this is the guy who had lunch with the hedge fund manager worth some $20 billion. Maybe it wasn't 20, but it was billions of dollars. In fact, I shouldn't even say worth, who managed billions of dollars on Wall Street. It's probably worth millions. And for dinner, they had $600 worth of wine. So, $24,500, that's chump change. So he may well come back and say, if you wanted some serious legislation, I wonder how much the Wall Street guys, like the guy that he had dinner with that bought the $600 for $300 bottle of wine, 2 bottles, $600 worth of wine. I wonder how much those Wall Street guys gave Paul Ryan to get him to propose privatizing Medicare. Because, of course, privatizing Medicare would shift a lot of that. I mean, there's trillions of dollars in Medicare and Social Security with a T. A trillion is 1,000 billion. A billion is 1,000 million. There's a bunch of money. I wonder how much money they had to give him to write that bill that would end Medicare. You think we could match it?